there is no other way than dialogue. And we must continue the dialogue. There is no plan B. We've always said it. I think everybody who is engaged in this issue, who has followed closely the relations between Belgrade and Pristina, knows that dialogue is the only way forward, only meaningful way forward, and any other alternative could be a tragic alternative. So we must all get back to dialogue. Everybody has to be serious about the dialogue, committed to the dialogue, and committed to producing results in the dialogue. I think this is in the interest, especially of the people who live in Kosovo and Metohija, everyone who is there, both Serbs and Albanians, because otherwise I think we may have a very different picture, and a picture that none of us is going to like. So dialogue is the only way. Look, as I said, there is only one way forward, and that's dialogue. Dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. And if there is a lot of criticism towards Mr. Lajčák and Mr. Borrell, then I take it that that is not really a constructive engagement towards dialogue. We need the dialogue, and this is why the EU is playing a facilitating role. But I would also say, you know, the EU is not there to provide ready-made solutions. The EU is to help facilitate the process. Ultimately, it is up to Pristina and Belgrade to agree. And of course, the local population to be in line with that agreement. This is what's important. And attacks against the EU facilitators is not helpful. I don't find it helpful at all, because there is no plan B, there is no alternative. And I just find it that is evading the real question, which is how to break the current impasse. And again, on sanctions, as I said, this is in the hands of the member states. I'm sure there is going to be a clear message from this parliament. My position and position of my group is any restrictive measures have to be based on facts. And so far, we don't have all the facts at our disposal. So we shouldn't turn sanctions into a political statement, but rather we should, again, have a very clear and very thought-through measures. I will tell you openly that Serbia has already received a big sanction, because it has lost a lot of trust and credibility and sympathy also in the context of the dialogue following the events in Banjska. I don't think it was in anybody's interest in Belgrade, who is committed to the dialogue, to have the events in Banjska, because that already cost a lot of credibility and capital in Belgrade. So that is where we are politically today, and in that sense, I think it is important to really move step by step, and attacking dialogue and calling for sanctions in a situation where we have the ongoing investigation, I think is not a very constructive way forward. At the same time, I would say that it is important that Belgrade delivers as credibly and as clearly the full-fledged investigation of what happened in Banjska, and there is a delivery of justice, and consequences and lessons are drawn from this, so we can continue in an engagement which lowers the tensions rather than raises the temperature. The temperature is already too hot for the people on the ground, and this must change.